Welcome back to our CBS 7 special, The Road to Falcon Football. Now, while the players have been buying into Coach Kerrigan and his program, one football player has been here from the very beginning.
In fact, before the football program really even existed, Corin Brooks decided to take a leap of faith and follow Coach Kerrigan and his staff to Odessa. Sarah Holden brings us his story.
On a roster full of freshmen and sophomores, Corin Brooks has made his mark as the only senior on the first ever Falcon football team.
I think it's a very special situation. I feel very blessed to be here. I mean, I really look forward not only to my senior year, but seeing these young guys grow and seeing what happens to them within the next couple of years, and really just how this program builds for the future.
Not many athletes would choose to leave a program they're already established in to risk joining a brand new one. But Coach Kerrigan and his staff have history with Corin, as they were his coaches at his former school, Tarleton State University. They made a big impact on him from the start.
The reason why I chose to come to UTPB was because of Coach Kerrigan and Coach Minio and Coach Martin as well. They're really good people. When I went to Charleston, they treated me like family, and I really look up to them as men.
Corin hopes that his legacy will be a man the younger players could look up to, a leader of the first ever Falcon football team.
We all are coming in to do the same thing, but the only difference is that I've had some experiences, and I've tried to use that to help the young dudes, try to mentor them a little bit, help them just with their technique and everything, just to get better, give them advice if they need some help.
As for his expectations for this year's team,
even if we're a first-year program, if we come together just like everybody else, we can compete with anybody.
Let's hope that all the players are buying in like Corin is into the football program.
Yeah, great leader for that team,
Absolutely.
Definitely. So the addition of the football program will have a significant impact on much more than just athletics.
Yeah, already enrollment is up here on the Basin's flagship university. And administrators also feel like this will help as far as fundraising is concerned for just every department. CBS 7's Matt Rist has more on that story.
When you step into UTPB's campus today, you can see that it's buzzing with activity in line with its prominence as a four-year university. But it's not just enrollment that's putting the university on the map. Football is also putting UTPB on the map, and it could mean big gains for fundraising and even other sports.
We're certainly all abuzz knowing, it's going to be September 3rd. We're going to be doing it. It's real.
From signs to merchandise, everyone's talking about Falcon football. Even administrators like Director of Development, Leanna Good.
Football is a centerpiece for alumni to rally around. They tailgate, they get excited about their university, they have something to root for, and they end up giving back.
Good is talking about Falcon football's inaugural season.
Let's go, rotate in, let's go!
A dream of UT Permian Basin, years in the making.
We lose really good students because they may choose to go to Angelo State or Commerce A&M, just because they have a football team.
With kickoff, all that will change.
We know it will help us recruit. For the longest time, we've been the only public university in Texas west of I-35 without a football team. So when our recruiters would go around the state, it wasn't that kids wanted to come play football, but they wanted to go to a school that had a football team.
Football is also a numbers game for UTPB. The Chronicle of Higher Education reported football brought in over $1 billion to universities in 2015. At UTPB, it could mean big things for fundraising and scholarships.
Football is going to shine a light on the university, and that's for sure. And as people come to games, we're able to promote all the other intercollegiate teams we have here.
Just ask this freshman swimmer.
It's going to be awesome to have a great football season.
It's not just about what happens on the gridiron.
It'd be awesome because then we'd get more supporters, more financial help, so we could get new gear, new equipment, and be just great for the whole school.
Whatever the impact, one thing is clear.
The more attention that's brought onto university and the quality of work that we do here and the quality of students that we put out into the community, it gives us a really great story to tell when we go out and fundraise and point out that these kids are working so hard and that the scholarship money makes such a difference.
In Odessa, Matt Rist, CBS 7 News.
Matt, thanks so much. You're looking at video of the Falcons marching band right now. It really is another example of how much you're giving, and these scholarships make a difference to so many students here.
And there are other ways you can give as well. In fact, that includes annual giving, perhaps even through endowments or estate planning, and also even payroll deductions for employees.
And of course, you can also give online at utpb.edu. We've posted a link with that information at cbs7.com.
Still ahead here on the road to Falcon football, the thriving football team here needed a place to play.
Absolutely. So we'll tell you how a historic stadium is welcoming a new team. Plus, a surprising turn of events for one athlete who thought his college career would play out on the hardwood, not the hash marks. Stay with us.
It eliminates some of the fear of thinking that can they go to college? Are they smart enough to go to college? Because if they're around it all the time, all of a sudden they feel like it's totally within their grasp. It's not something they hope to do. It's something they're expected to do.
That's the key to this, is just to continue to make this college healthy, make this community healthy when we're in our off years from oil and gas, and I just think we're going to see great things from it in future decades too.
You and I both know this has been a long time coming, and it is so exciting. So many of these football players have devoted years of their lives to this game, most of them starting back in elementary school. So we wanted to know, what does it really take to excel on the collegiate level?
CBS 7's Chris Escamilla takes a look at the life of a football player.
It's game week. First ever game week here.
Jared Thames starts his day at 5 a.m. and is on the field by 5:40.
You get warm, you start practice at 6. In the locker room, I want to say like around 8:20. Shower, headed over to our brand new calf. Thank God.
Fresh and nice and warm for you.
Thames enjoys the food from the new cafeteria, some downtime, and then it's back to work.
Oh, there you go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Weights at 10.
All this before he even steps in the classroom.
After weights, go to class from 11 to 1:30.
The defensive tackle from Glen Rose, Texas, has played football since the 7th grade and is excited to be a part of the first UTPB football team.
I'm ready to get out there, first kickoff, and just the lights on and showtime. I can't wait.
The junior, who happens to wear the number 1 jersey, understands the impact he has on younger players who are watching this historic team take the field for the first time. He offers this advice to student athletes.
Just put your nose to the grindstone and just keep on going. I mean, if you work hard enough, they'll come, like the offers and stuff, like the attention, like it will be there if you just work hard enough and just stay focused. Just keep your eye on the prize and just keep on working.
The prize is different for everyone, but of course Thames' favorite thing about UTPB comes as no surprise to anyone.
Football. Yeah, coming out here and playing, just being able to wake up and enjoy, where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm around. That's the biggest blessing I've had coming out here.
Thames and the rest of the team do not want to make any predictions. Instead, they are looking forward to getting back to playing the game they love.
We're just going to show up, just give it all we got, and if we do that, then it should all just take care of itself,
Krista, thanks. We are just getting started with our CBS 7 special, The Road to Falcon Football.
Coming up, we're taking a closer look at one of the first players to commit to this brand new program. Thanks for joining us for this CBS 7 special, The Road to Falcon Football. You can see the Flag Corps working hard right there. Again, everyone preparing for tomorrow's big game. So when it comes to picking a media partner, the university approached that decision with just as much thought as it did to the football team.
We're proud to say CBS 7 and Grade Television stood out among the competition and sealed our station as the home of Falcon football.
We're just humbled and honored to be chosen by the university. This is a very important time, a historic time, not just for the university, but for the whole community. So to be picked out of everybody that could have done it, again, just humbled and excited. We are excited to be the home for UTPB Falcon football.
So the Falcons will play their home games at Ratliff Stadium, with the exception of one game that will actually happen against Oklahoma Panhandle State, and that will happen at Grande Stadium in Midland. It is a big deal for UTPB to get to play in these two really awesome stadiums.
Let's talk about the home field. Ratliff Stadium, built in 1982 after voters finally passed a bond issue for the $5.9 million football stadium. That stadium became the centerpiece, of course, for a major motion picture and television series, and will now be home to college football. Ratliff Stadium was built in 1982. At the time, it was one of the biggest high school football stadiums in Texas. Ratliff Stadium was designed after W.T. Barrett Stadium to make it easier for season ticket sales. W.T. Barrett Stadium was located where the OC Sports Center is now. I sat down with legendary Permian football coach John Wilkins to talk about the first time they hit the field at Ratliff.
We're the first team to actually play on the field. We had a scrimmage here against Hobbs. That had been, of course, in August of '82. Actually, Odessa High played the first game the following week, and then we played the week after they had played. So we played, I guess, the second game here.
The stadium took 3 bond elections before it passed. 2 times it failed because of the location. It was proposed south of Odessa off Interstate 20. When land was donated by Buzz Hurt and his family off Yukon, it passed. The first games were played in 1982.
You know, you couldn't get to the stadium from Grandview. You had to get on the loop. You know, you couldn't come north. It was blocked off at 54th Street or whatever it was. And you had to go other routes to get here. And I'll never forget, it was so crowded, of course, and the loop was, and we were on the bus, and one of our coaches, he was all upset, wanted our bus driver to take the bar ditch, you know, and go in the bar ditch. I said, Coach, settle down. They're not going to play the game or start the game without us.
I also asked Coach Wilkins about some of the historic games played in Ratliff. His memory of those games is amazing.
There's been 4 semifinal games played here, which is, you know, almost unheard of, to have, you know, semifinal games played in a local stadium.
Coach Wilkins also helped in the search for the first head football coach of UT Permian Basin, Justin Kerrigan. He is also planning on attending this weekend and says he is ready for college football in Odessa.
You know, West Texas has been known for its interest in football, certainly, and I think it's been a really good thing. I think it's really a good thing for the university.
A new chapter for Ratliff and for the university.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool timing. So many of these players on this inaugural football team have dreamed of playing college football since they were little children.
But for one of them, it was actually a surprising departure from what he thought would be his opportunity to take his talents to the next level. CBS 7's Charity Chambers has the story.
For one UTPB football player, lacing up used to look a lot different. Freshman wide receiver Torrey Loud went to Permian High School, but instead of football, he spent most of his high school career on the basketball court.
Basketball would be my true love. I just like basketball more, and I felt if I picked a sport, I can put all my time into that sport.
After high school, Torrey had plans to play college basketball, but those plans fell through. It was his brother who made him try out for the UTPB football team.
I came home from a bad practice one day, and my brother was saying that he was going to try out. A couple of days went by, just really wasn't going good basketball-wise, and he told me that he wanted me to try out so he'll feel more comfortable with me trying out. So I tried out and ended up making it.
Although Torrey didn't play but 1 year of Mojo football, his parents aren't surprised at how he's excelling at UTPB.
It's really not really surprising.
We knew it. That's our boy.
I mean, he's always been very athletic.
A football player who hasn't touched the field in 6 years has a natural talent that's propelled him to the top of the depth chart in college football. Football may not have been his first love, but now he can't picture life without it.
Charity, thanks very much. And if you don't have tickets, by the way, for the upcoming game, here's what you need to know. You can go to the Wagner Noel Performing Arts Center box office between noon and 5 p.m., or you can call eTix at the number that you see on your screen. And still ahead, everywhere you go, you've probably seen it. Lots of Falcon logos, including ours that you can see here. You can get these all over the Permian Basin. In fact, proof that the excitement is growing with this college football team.
It sure is. And that's not the only thing that's growing. Have you stepped on campus lately? Stay with us for more on the road to Falcon football next. Welcome back to the CBS 7 special, The Road to Falcon Football. We are just hours away from the opening kickoff, and the community is certainly getting behind the Falcon football team.
CBS 7's Tatum Gwynn, in fact, had an opportunity to talk with some people who have seen firsthand this growing support. In fact, she joined us from right across here from UTPB at Market Street.
For years, football fans in Odessa have been split. You're either for one team or the other. But add college football to the mix, and everyone in the town known for their Friday night lights is getting behind Falcon football.
One of the first supporters and biggest cheerleaders for the football team can be found just across the street from campus. They've been selling the idea of college football for months. With items flying off the rack, store director Kenny Copeland says people are getting on board.
Some people tell me we sell as much of this as what they do at the school.
Whether you want to show your support sitting, sipping, or on your back, Market Street has the perfect fit.
We've had a lot of requests, and just yoga pants, that's the big thing right now. A lot of people doing yoga pants, so we'll be looking at that too.
Longtime business owner Colin Sewell says that support will translate into new opportunities and new business.
I just think long term, it really fuels the success of Odessa.
Success the employees of Market Street love seeing.
Everybody's behind UTPB. It's just been growing in leaps and bounds, and we believe this football program that they brought is even going to make an even more of a spotlight in West Texas here.
Reporting in Odessa, I'm Tatum Gwynn, CBS 7 News.
Let's face it, the rich tradition of high school football in West Texas creates some pretty stiff competition. And under those Friday night lights, it's really produced some storied rivalries over the years.
I'll tell you what, though, for the first time in UTPB football history, of course, new program, this bringing West Texas football players together all on one team. CBS 7's Amanda DeBerry introduces us to a couple of former foes turned friends.
No sport does rivalries like West Texas football. But now two former high school players will take the field together as teammates. This time last year, Midland High graduate Brandon Infiesto wore purple and Permian High graduate Trace Notley wore black. But now they're both suiting up in orange.
It's like you hated him at one point, but now you know you're teammates, and I'm blocking for him now, so yeah, it's really cool.
Notley is 6'2", 275-pound freshman right guard. He was handpicked by the coaching staff, while Infiesto, 5'9", 185-pound freshman running back, made the Falcon team at an open tryout.
Make sure that I don't let my team down. That's most importantly. I know they're counting on me just as much as I'm counting on them.
Without an established reputation, UTPB coaching staff could only pitch its plan for a winning future.
You're gonna win up front, O-line, D-line. Take some pride in it.
A lot of people, not here in the community, but other schools and stuff may not think we're going to do so well, but we like to think otherwise. Little do they know we're prepared, we're ready.
For the past few weeks, both players have been lacing up their cleats and hitting the practice field, all in an effort to build a legacy.
Just, started from the ground up and, look back 20, 30 years from now and see it become a big program and be like, I was on that first football team. And I just think that's a really great opportunity that nobody else could offer me.
The first UTPB Falcon football game is at Ratliff Stadium this Saturday at 7 p.m. Reporting in Odessa, I'm Amanda DeBerry, CBS 7 News.
Coming up on the CBS 7 News special, UT Permian Basin football is making history as the first collegiate football team in West Texas.
But on Saturday, they won't be the only ones marching their way into the record books. Stay with us.
Thanks for being with us tonight for the CBS 7 special, The Road to Falcon Football. The players and coaches aren't the only ones taking the field for the very first time this year. The Falcon Band is also gearing up for their inaugural season as well.
CBS 7's Alexa Dunson shares the sounds of the first collegiate marching band in West Texas.
The Falcon Band is marching their way into history, one note at a time.
We are in our first year of having a marching band and a football team here.
Rain or shine, the band has been working hard to get in formation.
We are marching units. We are only as strong as our weakest member.
5, 6, 7, check, close. Band director Clayton Harris says,
Push, toes in the air.
This first year will set the tone for the future.
The better we look, the better we sound, the more we're going to be able to recruit more students to this university and to this program.
On September 3rd, the band will suit up in their orange and black and take the field at halftime. In Odessa, Alexa Dunson, CBS 7 News.
And by the way, if you don't get to catch the band live at a football game, don't worry. You can catch it on My TV 16 every Tuesday, where we are rebroadcasting those home games. Also, keep up with everything UTPB Falcon football at cbs7.com/sports. We want to thank you so much for joining us today for this CBS 7 special. We hope you've enjoyed this in-depth look at how an entire region is impacted by this historic opportunity.
We're excited about it. We hope you are too and can't wait to be a part of this. Kickoff again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Ratliff Stadium. Go Falcons.
Goodbye.
Football is an exciting event.
We just have an opportunity to be a part of the new program, to just, start it from the ground up and, look back 20, 30 years from now and see it become a big program and be like, I was on that first football team.
No sport does rivalries like West Texas football.
What an exciting time for us here at UTPB. Not just football, not just athletics, but for the university as a whole.
I mean, we want to win every game. We want to win as many games as we can.
A lot of people may not think we're going to do so well, but we like to think otherwise. Little do they know we're prepared.
Football is also putting UTPB on the map, and it could mean big gains for fundraising and even other sports.
The band will suit up in their orange and black and take the field at halftime.
This building will be home to over 300 students this semester.
But add college football to the mix, and everyone in the town known for their Friday night lights is getting behind Falcon football.
Let's do it.